The year was 0007. I'll mention more about.
We're really going
I'll
back.
mention more about the calendar later. The Shin Resistance Committee continued their activities and gained allies across the world. For now, you need to know that right now that 0007 is the year where the original game starts. Our next operation is the destruction of a Shinra facility on Arsenal Island, off the coast of Junon.
Oh, so now we get new sprites. Hey, Organization 13.
I was gonna say.
It's more accurate to say the entire island is an arms factory. One that produces much of the weaponry for the Shinra army.
At least Matt dropped his trucker hat.
Arsenal Island, so is this the part where they bottle it?
Taking this facility out would deal a crippling blow to Shinra.
And much to the distress of many soldiers, Lucia decided to put a shirt on.
I mean, the raincoat has to be practical,
Yes, just don't become a raincoat killer.
If this is such an important operation, are you sure we have enough people here to pull it off?
Don't worry, all 6 of us can accomplish the mission.
This is an infiltration mission, so we value quality over numbers. We need a small elite group. That's why 3 of you are faceless NPCs that totally won't die on this mission.
Everyone here has completed my training regime from hell, so I'm expecting great things.
But all we
Remember,
did
she was
was
an instructor.
growl at people.
Yeah.
But your most important duty is to come back alive. Do you understand me? Sir.
We'll do our best, sir!
As you command.
So how long until they die?
If things go haywire, just run. There'll be other missions, but you only have one life. And
It's not
no
like this
save
is a
point.
video game.
This ain't no game.
This isn't a game. Meanwhile, Rufus had disguised himself as a committee negotiator to hold talks with President Shinra.
I love it. Rufus was playing both sides of this damn war like Palpatine.
Hopefully he wasn't in yellow face, but you never know.
You can tell he's older because now he has a cowlick.
And the, school shooter portrait.
We know that our activities are not causing significant damage to your operations, but surely our presence is of use to you in expanding Shinra's influence. He's totally talking on a Motorola phone. If you are still unconvinced about our value, I can offer you vital information, but then you must accept all of our terms.
Is this how the selling of their old IDOS IPs went down?
Yes. I'm glad we were able to reach an agreement. Now, for the information I promised...
Also remember...
Crypto and AI is going to take off when you sell this.
The committee is planning an assault on Arsenal Island. Their base of operations is located in a cave near under Junon. How you use this information is up to you and your capabilities, President Shinra. Good luck and good day.
Also remember, Jova, the PHS in the original game kind of was a flip phone in its own right, so the Motorola tie-in was kind of, just a no-brainer.
This is why I say, look, as far as I'm concerned, Advent Children made it law.
Don't worry, Rufus says that this is just a test of characters for Team Gleen. Go fuck yourself.
Don't worry, Tio. He's a good guy deep down. Like, okay, that's the thing. Advent Children does not make it clear if the plan was for him to be good all along, or if he's just been humbled by the events of 7.
There's the implication that he still was a piece of shit, because there's that whole speech that he does to Cloud, but because Reno cannot shut his gullet, he mentions at the last second to Cloud, hey, let's reveal Shinra, and that flips him off, which, basically sabotages the whole thing. But at the very least, it still helps taking down Kadaj to one extent.
Oh, yeah, these 3 just casually beat Airbuster on their way in, of course.
That the Airbuster was supposed to be still prototype, especially in the remake continuity, not fully tested at all. Mind you, I still making it look easy because unfortunately the default difficulty for this event was not that high.
Again, like I said, I love how Glenn's anti-hero outfit gives him... Okay, I guess that's probably supposed to be a camouflage marking, but from a certain point of view, it looks like a scar you make when you want to show a character
like,
turning evil.
Yeah, it's more similar to, you know, jungle warfare makeup camo, something like that.
The only thing weird is, like, it's just that one stripe as opposed to, you know, several stripes across his
it has to look cool. Also, I still don't understand the Ermac costume instead that Matt got eventually. It's this very tight leather red and black suit that feels like supposed to be like a tactical operation, but really, it just looks like Ermac from Mortal Kombat.
Weird. And now Scorpion.
Basically,
okay.
I've offered to use a couple of extra fights that are not tied to the event to simulate what their assault will be like.
Oh, was the Airbuster also one of
No,
those?
Because remember, the gimmick of these events, you do get one, you know, mob enemy that you fight repeatedly.
Unfortunately, we couldn't afford to show the actual battle, so we had to do it in CGI.
I mean, it is technically CGI to begin with, Lives, but sure.
It's CGI in universe.
Also, like I said, I still really like Lucia's instead military uniform. Still has part of her legs uncovered for no real reason, but I do like the cape and the hands.
I guess to be fair, the idea is like, hey,
ceremonial maybe it's more like a ceremonial uniform more than a practical one, I guess.
I guess she figured, look, the boots either have to, you know, stop somewhere, because I'm guessing she didn't want to go for one of those outfits that implies that she has to put it all the way on and then come all the way out of it, since apparently the footwear is connected to it. Also, I'm guessing that's just a pattern of her outfit and not underboob I see there.
Mm-hmm. The operation started when we began our infiltration into the facility, but just as we were about to gain entry, we were ambushed by Shinra troops and forced to scatter.
Away from the free, nameless, faceless NPCs!
While we each headed to the rendezvous point, reports came in that our operation base had been assaulted. The operation was a total failure. Mission
Those
failed.
NPCs will be fine.
We're gonna get in next time. In case you're wondering, no, the raincoat outfits have not been released yet. Which, to be fair, they will be a bit cheap for the banners, so I kinda get it. Hey, you're still alive.
All of us made it out. A small miracle, considering how much fire we were under.
Yes, it is a miracle. Nah, they wouldn't.
Everything
Would
is
they?
fine.
The team that stayed at the base is also safe. They somehow ducked through the weapons fire and made it to a rendezvous point. Huh, so even though the mission's a failure, we are all still alive.
Remember, Rufus supposedly made this as a test to see how Gleen deals with this pressure, but even if it's still bullshit. We're all making it back alive. You guys go find the base team and escort them back to Wutai.
Make sure to split up into several groups to avoid getting wiped out.
See you all back at Wutai.
Should we ditch the cloaks now that we're back outside and, you know, we kind of stand out
cool
amongst the
No, it's
background?
cool.
Sir!
Sir! Saved by your gut once again. How did you know Shinra was going to ambush us?
I read the script.
Yes.
It's Shinra.
All viable answers.
No big mystery. Rufus' messages suggested that we'd be ambushed, although it was sort of between the lines.
See, I'm not a bad guy. I warned them.
I just needed to read the Japanese exclusive tie novel.
So the Vice President was pulling all the strings once again. Not the easiest paymaster to work for.
Look, if I made it easy, you would trample all over me. I have to show that I'm tough.
It's also kind of hilarious considering studying before Crisis, the Avalanche movement was faring a bit better without having to basically be tortured by Rufus.
I
Rich
do
boy is telling us
wonder-
that if we can't deal with this level of trouble, we have no business being his partners.
Huh.
He can torture us all he wants, but to casually put the lives of troops at risk, it's... if that's how it's gonna be, I'm out.
Lucia, this isn't Dragon's Den. You can't just walk away if it doesn't suit
This
you.
is the line
Apparently.
of everything.
Reminder
This is the line.
Reminder that Lucy is supposed to be the reasonable one, the balance between the two.
Oh, God.
Well, that's up to us too. The Vice President's got the Turks in his pocket now, and their bag of tricks. He's sharing it all with us. He expects us to learn. Also, someone is playing Euro Truck Simulator too.
You know, I'm wondering if maybe Lucia's just a psychopath and she hides it well. Remember, girl was all okay for gunning down some innocent folk at some point, too. So we're supposed to fake the defeat of the committee, expand the vice president's influence, and take down Shinra all at once?
Yep, it's all on us.
This
No
plan
pressure.
sounds needlessly complex.
And very dangerous too. Enemy spotted.
Enemy sighted!
Sorry,
Flank
Dropa.
them!
The referencing CSGO was too tempting.
Fair enough.
Go on while you're at it.
We found the enemy leader, just where the intel said he would be. Moving to apprehend.
We need to make sure to loudly say that to our phone. So, what?
Gah! What?
Sudden behemoth. How did this thing got free?
Monster attack! Status of enemy leader unknown! I'm returning! Oh, crud.
Well, he's returning to the live stream.
Thank you, Mr. Behemoth.
Coochie coochie.
Is this Rufus doing too? How badly does this guy want to kill us?
Actually, maybe he was doing
I
that
also
to help
love
you
that the
since that
behemoth
behemoth...
is holding its roar in the meantime. Oh!
Jesus, dude, you're gonna run out of breath. No, this wasn't something he could control. I think we can boil this down to bad luck.
Epic bad luck, you mean?
Catastrophic failure. No, this is our chance. Let's beat this thing and get back to Wutai first. I'm calling dibs
Yeah,
on
like-
the pie.
Fast.
Like, technically, the behemoth did save our butts, so let's
Also,
kill it before it kills us.
According to Final Fantasy 15, behemoth meat is delicious, and I can believe it.
Isn't it kind of messed up they do that in 15 where behemoths act the most human they have for a while since they can even get, bipedal and everything?
Actually, no, that's what happened in 13, Jova.
God damn, I got those mixed
the
up.
15
But hey, I guess...
The 15 Behemoth is more akin to the original concept arts of Final Fantasy 1, very feral beast, and 15 makes it a point to make a distinction between the feral beast, that's the monster that still look more like feral beast, and the one that are more abstract in fantasy, which are treated as the demons.
I guess in my defense, from a certain point of view, 15 is still 13 versus 13.
Don't say that, Java, you will spark a lot of stupid debates online.
Well done, everyone.
Nobody knew who Matt was until he put on the mask.
Pretty much. That monster ran so wild that the entire island is sinking. Okay. What?
Okay, now we're in Sonic Adventure?
Why does this all seem so familiar?
Because our luck is crap, Lucia.
Also, now don't worry, Gleaves, Glenn doesn't turn to the camera and says, blows up!
Also, seriously, that behemoth
What?
was...
Well,
That time
I was
in
obviously
Red
Sonic
Door.
Adventure 1, the
Second
island
was there
sank.
too. Well,
There was no-
again, doesn't I forgot the name of the other island explodes when the timer reaches
Prison
zero.
Island.
Yeah, well.
I feel like that was a million years ago. Who'd have guessed that Sephiroth would be gone before us?
Remember,
Sorry, I can't
guys,
hear you over the whole earth shaking.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember,
right. At this point,
we caught up to the events of the original game, not immediately, but we're get there. So Sephiroth being dead, that's been happening for 5 years by this point.
what Rosen said is true. We'll meet him again in the live stream. I'm sure he'll want a word with us, presuming he's sane.
But remember, according also to the OG, the newspaper made sure to report the thing in the most neutral way possible without mentioning anything else. We chose this path over our friendship with Sephiroth. We can't see him until it's all over.
You know, I wonder.
Oh, speak of the devil. Comedy helicopter. Can seat only 2. You guys go on ahead.
The noble sacrifice.
What about you?
Why has it got the Shinra logo on it?
Camouflage.
Yes.
Next chopper's on the way.
It might not make it in time.
It's fine. My gut's telling me that he'll be fine.
My name's Glenn's Gut, and it'll be fine.
We'll finish what we started and go see him again. This time we'll make sure he gets everything he wants.
You know, it'd be interesting if it turns out Sephiroth, now finally dead, becomes sane when he finally does join with the live stream.
I mean, again, this game and the remake saga is building up a lot to the idea that he had so many friends in the past.
And that he could maybe be redeemed,
So,
and
yeah,
maybe it's all really
this other
Genesis'
chapter has
fault.
room for Gleen and Rufus. Thanks for running us wrecked, partner.
Oh, I believe this would be a trivial matter for professionals like you. Indeed, you completed every aspect of the mission and made it back alive, despite the incident at the end.
The incident.
Are you sure that was just a quote-unquote incident? Awful
See?
fast pick-up time if you ask me.
Oi, looks like Glenn got smarter with the years. I needed to speak with you alone, so I expedited my schedule. To your great benefit, as it turns out.
Treat your dogs this badly and one day one of them is gonna bite you.
I'll have you know, the dogs I use in battle are nice and loyal, as we see in Final Fantasy VII. Then it'll be disposed of.
Oh, scary rich boy. Anyway, what did you need to talk about that was so important?
Now, aside from the stock market,
Well, the chart says.
the plan for the war between Shinra and the SRC that I had my father agree to. He wants further stipulations. Namely, he wants a face-to-face meeting with Saruf. I want you to handle it instead. For obvious reasons.
So he needs to personally meet Saruf to be satisfied, huh? I guess it's time for Plan F. I'll make it happen.
Plan F, how many plans have you worked through already? Hold on.
Got a
Take
call.
this. Moshi Moshi? Yes, indeed. What? Are you certain?
Oh, so, you're the 007. What did you think was happening at this time that will make Rufus jump with a sudden
I'm
call?
sorry, sir, but we can't exactly deliver your pizza while you're thousands of feet in the air.
007 007
Triple.
Final Fantasy 007
What is
Final
it?
Fantasy 7.
What happened?
Something most unforeseen. Truly, this is quite the stroke of luck.
You say so. So, what is it?
Pilot, change of destination. Land somewhere on the outskirts of Midgar. Sir, we'll continue this after we land.
After all this suspense, it better be good.
Are they seriously about to say that the events of Final Fantasy VII happened in, like, I don't know, 007 AD or whatever?
Yes, I already mentioned. The calendar is a bit peculiar, but I'll mention in a second. Pretty sure we're safe here. So, what's this about?
Wait, it's 007. That's after Crisis,
also
isn't it?
0007, Drova.
Alright. President Shinra is dead. Murdered, apparently.
By who? Avalanche?
That's just what they'll tell the papers. But our intel is unclear.
Well, one thing is clear. You're in the money now.
Yes, indeed.
And here it was, plotting to dismantle Shinra piece by piece, and their king goes and gets himself killed.
Ain't it funny, really, when you think about it? Sephiroth just achieved Avalanche's ultimate goal for them.
Must have been tough living off your own guild for so long. But it paid off. It's the dawn of a new day, one without Shinra.
Yes. Yes, you caught a fish that big. Indeed, the revolution proceeds apace, albeit quicker than we planned. Which is why I propose we maintain Shinra's position for now.
Of course.
I want to be in charge.
Just long enough for us to coax the people into our new world
Which,
order.
if you remember, Rufus mentioned that he wanted to control with fear. And Gleen does the biggest mistake in his life, turning back.
Oh god.
Hang on, after all we're done to shake things up, you're saying you want to keep them the same.
Glenn, you're in a giant desert plain where it's just the two of you. Just testing you.
Nothing personnel, Glenn. And yes, Glenn dies very unceremoniously, shot in the back by Rufus, just before he goes to confront Cloud.
Like, all that was missing was for Rufus to dig a giant grave in front of him.
Couldn't save anyone in the end.
Even myself.
You surprise me. You're not one to give up that easily.
Who's that talking to him?
Oh yeah, guess you're right. Who are you again?
Your conscience about to tell you you're a big fucking failure.
Sorry, Jiminy Cricket, I only care about the book version of Pinocchio, the one where you're dead.
Wow.
Damn.
So, was that like Sephiroth talking to him?
It's strongly implied. You're asking for it, Glenn. I got nothing left to lose. I'll do whatever I have to do to get this done.
You've already lost your life.
Maybe there are ways
And that's
to
how
return.
Glenn Lodbrok and life ends. Cause I'm a hero. No, you're not.
No, you failed and died.
Like,
So, a couple of things. First of all, the calendar, just to clear up the confusion. Even the original continuity and this, the calendar goes to before the end of Wutai and after it. The year 2000 signifies the end of the Wutai War, with the, destruction of Fort Tumbling. So it starts back from there. Year 0007, it's the one where it starts the original game, and as I mentioned in the past, the events of the original game spans over the couple, like a month and a half, if I recall correctly, or like 3 month stops. So it starts in year 0007 and it ends on January of 0008 instead. So we're basically catching up onto that. So,
be honest, they totally did that just so they could pull. Okay, not as egregious as 13, but they were definitely doing a little fun little thing of, ooh, it starts in 007.
0007.
0007.
So just to mention, okay. So, what happens in Rebirth? Part of it is spoilers, so I will not mention the fine details. We will have to eventually see it for ourselves. But, if you remember also from the trailers, Glenn is in Rebirth. Cloak and everything. He has a bit of a bigger beard. And the whole thing with Saruf and Wutai is mentioned on television. Now again, I don't remember what Yuffie has to say on the matter, if the game deliberately keeps her away or she just mentioned a passing comment on it. I forgot about that. I'll need to check it again when I record the game. But it also serves to justify a bit why Rufus isn't pursuing the heroes further, because it has two factors. One, Shinra's put a bounty on the hero's head, but thanks to Kate's intervention towards a point in the game, it basically gets lifted off. And two, Gleen uses the plan that Rufus was mentioning about Saruf, quote-unquote, having to meet with President Shinra, and weaponizes that to talk with Rufus and stall him for the entire duration of Rebirth. Obviously, Rufus is kinda disturbed by it because he believes that, Gleen is dead and doesn't know how to think about it. And what happens at the end of it is a spoiler that gets reserved into a Kingdom Hearts style post-credit scene that I will not mention. So
Stuff like this is why I think they have to be planning to implement this first soldier stuff in the third part of the remake.
Because again, this is the end. Because again, this came out way after Rebirth came out, so this was an answer that all people were pondering of for a question that they had posed a year before it. So,
like, can I just say, as glad as I am that the remake project is a thing, Square feel like they're handling it in a very weird way order-wise. Like, okay, it feels like they know the remake parts are going to take a while to come out, but like some really excited writer really wants to show it off, so bam, there it goes in Ever Crisis first, essentially.
Remember, Jova, this is not that much different from what they did with Kingdom Hearts, where they had to explain the entire lead up to the, Keyblade War back in Union X.
Okay, I will say this though, regarding this being an event, I just have to ask, why is this not a permanent fixture in the story? Like, this
feels... A lot of people ask the same question, Jova, because it feels just arbitrary, because all the other important events, and later on, let me put it this way, Jova, the next part immediately will have something that will be an event, but they're incorporated as a permanent chapter after, so people don't understand why we couldn't do this for these two. The speculation is that they still will do it at some point, but it still begs the question why it couldn't.
Like, I mean, keep in mind, this literally ties back to the first time we even ever saw Gleen in this game, Ever Crisis, which is what triggers the flashbacks to the first soldier. So this feels incredibly important, especially since it's also kind of bookended with this tying into, like, where Rufus ends up when he debuts in 7. Now, here's my take in regards to, Gleen by all means being dead, but somehow being alive in Rebirth. I'm guessing they're setting up a way for a soul to return to life from the live stream, which will also be set up for them finding a way to revive Aerith and or Zack in their timeline or some jazz like that,
Also,
which is why they may be saving everything for the third part.
In case you're wondering about Mad Lucia, Rebirth mentioned that they were part of the assault on Shinra HQ at the end of Remake Part 1. But other than that, the game doesn't mention what happens to them. It's strongly implied that they got killed in the assault, but it's not mentioned. So for now we have to speculate on them too. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. Again, there will be more time to speculate, I guess, as we go on. When we come back to the plot, it will be for finally the conclusion of the First Soldier Episode 2, as in Sephiroth finally getting the Masamune. But before that, there was another event happening, specifically the one about the second anniversary. And that's a bit complicated, so see you for that for now.
See you then.
See ya.
Yeah.